Today, we're jumping into some huge news. Russia has given the green light to export its R-37M hypersonic missile to India. This is a massive move, a vital counter to new threats in the sky. We're going to break down why it's happening right now and what it really means for the balance of power. And hey, if you want to stay on top of global defense news, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now so you don't miss a thing. Now, to really get why this missile deal is so urgent, we need to look at a scenario that highlights the problem perfectly. Let's imagine a conflict just a little ways into the future. We'll call it Operation Sindoor in May 2025. What happened here hypothetically completely changed the game in the region. And this wasn't some small adjustment. It was a really tough lesson, learned way up high in the thin air. This scenario exposed a critical weakness, a gap that absolutely demanded a powerful and immediate answer. And that answer, the solution to this full problem, is the R-37M. So this whole deal isn't just about India buying some new shiny toy. It's a direct reaction to the lessons from those aerial battles. It's a story of action, reaction, and the incredible speed of military tech today. Okay, so what exactly went so wrong during Operation Sindoor? Let's get into the specifics of the threat that suddenly appeared on the radar. So here's the heart of the problem. India's top-tier fighters, the powerful Su-30 MKIs, and the advanced French Rafales, suddenly found themselves on the back foot against Pakistan's brand-new J-10C fighters from China. And get this, it wasn't just about the plane itself. That's the key takeaway here. A post-conflict review by the Indian Air Force figured out that Pakistan's superior networking, their Chinese data links, let them see further and coordinate better, giving them a massive advantage. And that networking advantage led to a really dangerous missile gap. I mean, just look at these numbers. Pakistan's J-10Cs are carrying the PL-15E, which can reach out to about 145 kilometers. At the time, India's own missiles were seriously outranged. You see the problem, right? It meant Pakistani jets could take the first shot, forcing Indian pilots to go defensive from the get-go. So, faced with this new reality, India had to make a move, and they had to do it fast. And that brings us to their answer. A weapon from Russia that's basically a hypersonic sniper for the sky. To completely wipe out that range disadvantage, India's going big. They're moving to buy several hundred units of Russia's R-37M missile, with the plan to bolt it onto the Su-30 MKI fleet, which is really the backbone of their air force. So you might be asking, how much of a game changer is this, really? Well, just take a look. The R-37M is estimated to have a range of around 350 kilometers. That doesn't just close the gap with the PL-15E, it completely flips the script. We're talking more than double the engagement range. And it's not just the insane range we're talking about, it's the speed. This thing is a monster. In its final attack run, it hits Mach 6. That's so fast, the target basically has zero time to react, to pop flares, or to even try to get away. It's just over. So what's the big idea behind this missile? Why build something with this kind of power? Well, it's known as an AWACS killer. It's not really for dogfighting. Its job is to be a long-range sniper, taking out the enemy's eyes and ears. Those big, slow, high-value planes like radar aircraft and tankers flying way behind the lines. Take them out and you can cripple an entire air force before the main fight even starts. So how in the world does it pull this off? It's pretty clever, actually. After it's launched, it climbs way, way up into the thin atmosphere where there's less drag. It kind of coasts toward the target area, getting updates from the fighter that launched it. Then, for the grand finale, it lights up its own powerful radar and dives down at hypersonic speed for the kill. Of course, a move like this doesn't happen in a vacuum, right? It sends ripples across the entire region. So what does this look like from the other side, from Pakistan's perspective? Now, if you're looking at this from Pakistan's point of view, you're not just throwing your hands up in defeat. And this quote really sums up their thinking. Winning in the air is about a whole lot more than just whose missile has the longest range. It's about the whole system working together. And when they talk about a complete system, this is what they mean. They're betting on better pilot training and real combat experience. They're focused on smart, networked warfare and advanced electronic jamming to try and fool the missile. And they'll try to exploit its limits, because a missile's max range on paper is one thing, but hitting a maneuvering target in a real fight is another story entirely. Okay, so for India, is the R-37M the final answer? Well, not quite. It's actually a really smart piece of a much bigger, longer-term puzzle. Look, the R-37M is an absolute beast, no question. But inside Indian defense circles, it's seen as a stopgap. A crucial one for sure, but still a bridge to get them where they really want to go. It solves today's problem while they build for tomorrow. And this timeline right here really lays out that long-term vision perfectly. First, in 2026, get the R-37M online as an immediate deterrent. But at the same time, they're working like crazy on their own stuff. The Astra M2 coming in a few years, and then the big one, the Astra M3, which is designed to match the R-37M's incredible range, but with homegrown tech. So you've basically got these two tracks running at the same time. On one track, you've got the Russian missile, a quick, proven, off-the-shelf fix for a problem they have today. On the other track, you've got the Astra program, which is India's big bet on itself, on building its own technology and becoming self-reliant for the long haul. So when you boil it all down, there is no denying the immediate impact here. The arrival of the R-37M completely reshuffles the deck. It's like someone just raised the stakes in a high-stakes poker game, seriously accelerating the aerial arms race in the region. And all of this leaves us with a really big question, probably the most important question in modern warfare. As we get deeper into this age of hypersonic weapons, what actually wins a fight? Is it the country with the single best piece of tech, or is it the one with the smartest strategy for making all its pieces work together? All right, that's what we've got for you today. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. We'd seriously love to know what you think about this. Is this the right move for India? How will Pakistan respond? Let us know down in the comments. And hey, if you got something out of this analysis, do us a huge favor and hit that like button, share it with someone you think would be interested, and of course, subscribe to Global WarWatch Network to stay ahead of the curve. You can also join the conversation on our social media. All the links for that are down in the description. We'll catch you in the next